Okay, so hello everyone, it's a DD Dude here. Okay, before I begin this episode, okay, I just finished recording my last Ace Attorney Ace Attorney episode, okay? And then you know what happened? As soon as I clicked on record, 5 seconds later, my nose settles itself. You know how my nose always ruins these Ace Attorney videos? Because then I'm like butchering these words because my nose is like in the way of me actually saying these words properly and all that stuff. Well, guess what? My nose just automatically cleared itself the moment I finished the Ace Attorney video. Like, what is this? Why does my nose hate my Ace Attorney videos so much? Am I that annoying that it wants to make me more annoying by making my audio more annoying? Anyways, since my nose just cleared, I can actually do an Ace Attorney video. I'm gonna do this as long as I can before I have to leave. Okay, I was gonna do this the next day, but since my nose being cleared during an Ace Attorney recording, when do I ever get that opportunity? Might as well do this while I can. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Well, here we are with a robotic voice. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over Sir Scott's honor. Yeah, he's red. You can see it in the black and white that he's actually red. That's my brother. Maggie! It was my brother! Oh, Maggie! Ah, Detective Gumshoe. Are you doing alright? How are you feeling? As if you need to ask either question, sir. Don't let him get down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. And you! Yes? You'd better square this case away. Got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? Yeah, can't let God get a winning streak. If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. You sure you don't arrest the old man? I think you'll find his motivations to be very interesting. I think he's serious, unless you find him relatable. Hey, detective, you're on our side for once, right? Yup. I mean, you were on our side with several other cases before, right? So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course! I've got a situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. So you see, Maggie was not the only one in the restaurant. There was another man, and there's another witness to confirm it. Objection! Gumshoe, you told me to do this, but Gumshoe, nobody saw any other man. Oh shit, there goes my case. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? Okay. I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? Smoothly? With God is here. I can't let him get the better of me with that smooth blend of his. I don't want things to go smoothly. Because that means that smooth coffee will be dripping on me. I can only wish. Okay. No, we don't want things to go smoothly. We want things to go dryly, okay? Yeah. Well, hello there, got it. He has so much aura! Damn it! He makes me... damn it. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bride. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Huh, that's cute. That's a cute statement you have there. Bitter. You see, real men drink coffee and vote for Trump. Damn it, Jesse Lee Peterson! Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Oh! What's wrong? This trial's going too smoothly! Oh, shit! I lost my last train of hair! What? Nothing. Just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, the response was, "He's talking to me?" That's my brother. It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. That's why we're getting a retrial. I see. So Trusty Phoenix is back with us now. Is he? Our Trusty? He trusts me. Wait, Trusty? Trusty as if in like... No, not that type of legal trustee. So, Mr. Goddard, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today. Damn, but I can already tell you. I'm the real Phoenix Wright, because I wasn't questioning whether you're Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. Oh my god! This guy is so... He's roasting me harder than Edgeworth does. Okay, like when... That's what I intend to find out. He has so much aura! God damn it. There's no denying it. Blade Unmasked is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial, nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence represented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that Phony Me said. Trust me. Now then, Mr. Goddard, please summon your first witness. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness! State your name for the court. Oh? Oh, shit. Goddard has so much aura, I accidentally gave Gumshoe the Goddard voice. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department's Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. Other way around, Detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation is tied up in another case now. I did not have anything to do with that at all. I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake. I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on a payroll of Blue Screens Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this into evidence. Okay, died of potassium cyanide poisoning. That sounds familiar to the first case. And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. When the first case of this game, I mean. Like, what was it called? Turnabout Memories, yeah. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress! The waitress being accused? Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were two other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the strong and bulky and really the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Trivia, floor plans added to the court record. I wish the... It turns out my brother was the one who was sitting next to him. I wish they didn't put in the cutscene like who the man was, because that kind of like spoils it. You just see the man for the first time, like, oh wait, this guy's a murderer. Like, I know there's like dramatic irony, but like I like it better when it's like a mystery, you know, like who is this who could the imposter be? Like, would Farrell my turnabout? Oh my god, Mr. Arngard being the twist villain was so slick, bro. If I knew Mr. Arngard was a villain before, like that would not have hit as hard. Phoenix just like, hey, aren't you? And the Phoenix like finally realizing, oh, he's the murderer. Like that wouldn't hit as hard if I already knew that he was a murderer. But since it was like a surprise when he just like revealed himself with that scar and was like a really evil person, that was amazing, dude. I like it better when I don't know who the murderer is. But like with this one, I think it's kind of obvious it's Phoenix's brother here, his long lost brother, half brother, step brother, whatever it is. Come, detective, take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own two hands. Like, the reason why I think it's Phoenix Wright, okay, I think what happened in the hospital, they were supposed to have different names, but they ended up assigning both to Phoenix Wright by accident. Whatever, it doesn't matter. What matters is, it's my long lost brother! Not a Detective Gumshoe! Let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. Like, I know siblings in my school who have almost identical names. They just change, like, one or two letters, and then that's the sibling's name. So, I mean, it's possible. Maybe it's Phoenix Wright and then Phoenix Wright, like the way, what was her name? What was her name? Dahlia. Dahlia, like, Phoebe. Oh, Phoebe. Oh, shit. That makes sense. She was dating the other Phoenix Wright, not me. Okay, that makes sense now. Yes, sir. That's why she was into me, because she was dating another Phoenix. The incident. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup, and what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Bride might have had, well, some kind of motivation. Stuff. I have another type of motive, Your Honor, if you let him. No! No, I will not allow. I will not stand this. Neither will I. If the motive's not coffee, I don't give a fuck. Damn. Using the dark. Ah, see, I'm talking about he's talking about coffee. I called it. Totally. Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts of this case seems to be ironclad. How do we know how old are you? How old are you, Galded? No, you don't know how old you are. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no divination tricks this time around. Is that understood? I already told you, that wasn't me. The incident. An incident took place. The victim was... hold it! Were they alone? Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Like, I really liked in the last case with the stolen turnabout, like, the twist, and like, sure, look at me, yeah, he was an obvious villain, okay, and I wish they didn't make him the murderer, so that way, the twist that, Ron Light was also Master Mask, and that Look At Me was actually the murderer, not Master Mask, like, that was so cool. I think it would have been even cooler if they didn't make it obvious that Look At Me was the murderer again. I think they should have had, like, a couple of distracting witnesses. Let me say Ace Attorney, it doesn't really care too much about, like, distractions, it cares about, like, building up the story, and, yeah. Like, Ace Attorney, like, sure, there's, like, some murder mystery in it, but it's not really a murder mystery like other games. I'm sure there's other murder mystery games like Among Us. I'm joking. Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true. He's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bride. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said. And I... Oh shit, I have to go. I'll be back. Nah, but he's got so much aura, dude. What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey! Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. Their two testimonies tie up on that. And the guy who voices this guy named Goddard, the voice actor has so much aura, dude. Right? Like, the voice actor of this playthrough, I don't care about other voice actors who play... I don't care about the voice actor who plays him in the anime or, other Let's Plays. I'm talking about me. No, not me, I'm talking about his... on Dude's Let's Play. Whoever voices Goddard, the voice actor is so aura-full. He's aura farming right now. I need to stop. They both said that there was no other guy on the table. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Harder! Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table is obscured in some way. Ah, that argument's as weak as the coffee a Tribulations tried. Damn! Double roast. But you're gonna roast your future witness, so don't do that. I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. I mean, this is like an old photo. The guy could have easily left by then. Such stupid evidence. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef. Moments after poisoning took... no, wait, hold up. Why is he clarifying? The judge. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef. Moments after poisoning took place, correct? I think the court will agree. There was such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? Erg! It's not that hard. He could have left by then. It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. The murderer escaped. No shit. If I was a murderer, I would escape. Okay? I can tell you from experience. He was listening to his radio, you say? Yeah. He had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Harder! Maybe that's a little too loud. Maybe a little too much intensity. And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it? Detective Gumshoe, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. Hold it! So,
traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else?
Not sure I get you, pal.
Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder?
If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance.
So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper. Huh. And I know guys can be like, huh, if it was inside of that, wouldn't other people have been poisoned by now? Well, you see, other people need to eat there to get poisoned, so... Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee? Tried.
The victim took his coffee black, with no sugar.
Ooh, now God has more sympathy for the victim. Perhaps, God, do you want to find a true murderer, not the fake one, if you have so much sympathy for the victim? It seems that the poison could have only been in the coffee. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Harder! Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee?
Huh? What do you mean?
According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim even drank any of it?
Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking.
In case you were wondering, the last objection was for the detective there.
Huh? For me?
Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence.
That piece, sir?
Yes, that piece.
What piece was it again?
Your salary deduction.
Fuck! Fine!
I gotta be a good provider. Try it! Should I be grateful this coffee is only hot enough to give me first-degree burns?
Oh, now I remember.
I know, usually his coffee is hotter than hell itself.
This is the, victim's coffee cup.
Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it. What if they were a couple, and then the other guy drank some from the coffee and then added the poison? Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. They could have poisoned it after he drank the coffee, it's not... The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. Like this! You just want an excuse to drink the coffee. Urgh!
For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants.
Also, got it? He did not drink the coffee like that. I don't think so. He would have probably dropped the cup if the poison was ingested that quickly. The cup would be broken right now if he was drinking like you do.
Anyways, upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. Also, can I check the court record again? I should not have skipped through that. Victim and Maggie's prints. I guess they could have put the poison over it. But the potassium cyanide could have come later. That's the thing. Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch.
Like, what if they injected him, eh? I know, I'm joking. That would have been an autopsy report.
Potassium cyanide? I've heard of that chemical before.
Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe? I was almost poisoned by it once, fun fact.
It's, well, that's lethal. I was almost poisoned by it when I tried a dose of someone else. Ah! Ate too much in your history. How much is too much?
You see, if enough is, it's too much when you drink this much of the cyanide and he drinks his whole coffee. You lead the dose to 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off. Now, for demonstration, I'll put 0.2 grams of water in this cup. Pretend that water is the poison. If I drink this whole cup, then I'll be dead. Of course I'm not dead, because I drank the coffee to make me feel better. That's about enough to finish anyone else.
0.2 grams? How much is that? You know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much.
That's 0.2 grams? Earwax, huh?
Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. Of course you're thinking about that.
Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere.
Yeah, including something you almost got. And, it looks like Miss Brown might have had, well, some kind of motive.
Some kind of motive?
Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion.
You know what my golden rule is, Detective. Shuck out a bad cup of coffee, you can always get out another. Get another. Unless you have Gumshoe salary.
I don't get it. I don't have the salary to get another cup of coffee if I check one out.
I'm saying, we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. So stick to the facts, detective. Now then, what is Miss Bride's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket? It was a winning ticket for $500,000? Why am I trying to make it sound like a question? He's just saying it straight. Okay, Goddard has so much aura that he doesn't need to make it a question. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. He could have stolen both. Oh my god. Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Press it harder. He could have stolen both. Actually, no. He would have received the $500,000. Never mind. Or maybe he's keeping it secret for now. Nobody knows what $500,000 is. He could have. Wait a minute. The mere fact that a lottery ticket disappeared is in no way implicit. No, shut up. I know. Listen, I'm voice acting as accurately as possible because Phoenix does not have as much aura as Goddard, so that's why. But I mean, he does hang around with Maya. If you hang around Maya, that's a huge aura boost. So, nah. And he's also flirting with Maya, and so yeah, that's a huge aura boost if you are if you have good enough taste to flirt with Maya. So that's good. Phoenix, how else do you have aura? He saves Maya. That's more aura. Goddard wants to go against him. That's a huge amount of aura. If such an auraful person like Goddard wants to go up against you, that's aura. So yeah, Phoenix has a lot of aura, but like he's not Goddard. Come on. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. I know the delivery is bad, but it's because he doesn't have as much aura as Goddard, so that's why the delivery is bad. It's accurate. Huh. I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. So that's the $500,000 lottery ticket? One of the female police officers was found when she was conducting a search of the defendant. What? Well, clearly Maggie Bride wasn't telling us something. I mean, the chef could have easily swapped that in. That's the thing. Okay, maybe Phoenix's brother is not the imposter. It could still be the chef. Because the chef is so good at, like, pickpocketing. The chef might be good at, like, dropping it in. But that's actually kind of stupid. Why would the chef just implicate... Why would a chef, like, blame Maggie Bride if he... Wait a minute, let me think. I mean, if he killed the victim to get $500,000, and then he puts it on Maggie Bride, so that way he can keep the $500,000, like, there's no point. Unless... The police were searching him. Okay, so the police come to search him. So he puts the ticket in Maggie's body. Not in Maggie's body. In Maggie's clothes. Okay. She puts the ticket on her. Okay, he puts the ticket on her. Okay, he gets searched. He goes back to okay. So Armstrong gets searched. Okay, after he puts the ticket on Maggie, so that way they can search him and he won't get caught. Then he goes up to Maggie to get the ticket back, pickpocket it, and then he can deposit for $500,000. And then Maggie over here is searched by the police before he has that chance. See? So what if he's trying to hide that $500,000 on purpose? This is not gonna work. Unless I am correct. If I'm correct, then glaze me. Order! Order! Oh, she's got a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court. Immediately! I better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering? Wait, he has the judge's salary. He should not, you did not need $500,000. But I mean, he's a judge. He might be ambitious, you know, for higher roles. This ticket was presented in the court in a previous trial, too. I mean, he doesn't take corruption, so maybe he wants to match the salary of the other judge. I'm joking. I would never call a judge corrupt, okay? I'm not saying that judges are corrupt or anything. I'm just saying... I'm saying nothing. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. And that's on Mackey's person, unfortunately. No, I get convicted for murder. I mean, I'm not convicted. I'm on trial for murder, and the judge watches my video, and it's like, did you just say that judges are corrupt? That the average judge is corrupt? And I'm like, no, that's a joke. And then I forgot to say Your Honor at the end, so then they're like, fuck you! And then I get in jail. So that would be very bad. Obviously, I would never do that to begin with, so... That would be... the jury will support me, right? The jury will... Well, no. If the judge watches my video in court in front of everyone, then the jury will vote for me because I'm super funny. Okay? I'm making you laugh right now. You're like, It's so funny when he talks about his life and not even his life. What would happen in his life if something happens? He's so funny as he just stares in the judge's eyes and the judge is blinking. I had to wait for the blink to happen. And he makes no progress in his Ace Attorney videos. That's enough! The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. Okay, he was stuttering because the $500,000 are clouding his mind. I'm being accurate. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. I like an old man who knows the score. Actually, no, it should not be beyond reasonable doubt, because they needed Goddard to do this case, so there must be something. That's enough proof. The prosecution is hiding something because they needed Goddard to do this case. I guess Goddard insisted, so... There's also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance with one final, decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggie? This is the apron the delightful Maggie, the delightful Miss Bride was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like... It can't be. Blood. Oh, I thought you were saying the shit stain. I did like... No! It's shit, is it? Because she was cleaning the toilets? No, thank God. It's blood. And this is just... dry blood. That stain looks like... It can't be blood, can it? Doesn't even make sense. He didn't even bleed. He had blood poison. Can I do the autopsy report? That had potassium cyanide poisoning. This must be her evidence. How does she have blood on her? Ha. It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. It's coffee. She was serving coffee. The coffee, that's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course. The coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about its apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course, I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket? A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide, the very poison used by the killer, was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison? And Maggie's pocket? Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? And you didn't tell me about this? Order! Order! The court will accept these items into evidence. I mean, what's the red stain? We gotta point out the red stain, right? How does she have blood on her if, there was no blood? Huh? You gotta question this. Somebody else's apron. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Goddard. Why have you not explained the blood stain to the court? Blood stain? What blood stain would that be? Damn it, gotta think you thought about this beforehand. Don't play games, prosecutor! The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron! That's ridiculous. Don't tell me anything about a blood stain. You're presenting the evidence. Okay. You don't need to be told. Just look at it. Well, detective? Could this stain really be blood? I guess we still have a chance. But no way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day. Taking someone's breakfast. Whatever. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull something like that again, and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. Which is how many cups of coffee I drink. I thought everyone knew what it was already. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established. What the fuck was the other guy doing? The other guy didn't even have to do anything. Okay. I guess he was just supporting Winston Payne's evidence, so that way, because, it's Winston Payne, he lost his confidence, so I guess. No, Winston Payne can still present evidence. He just gets they just put Winston Payne, he messed up one case, okay. And because Mia was so badass, okay, she's awesome, but he messed up one case against Mia Fey, and then they just put him in all the cases that are guaranteed loss. Like, why do you do that to Winston Payne? Let him win again, bro. Why do you have to do that to Winston Payne? Let him enjoy whatever. He presents the evidence correctly, and he doesn't pull off any dirty stunts. Okay. And we don't talk about Turnabout Memories. Maybe he did that in Turnabout Memories. I don't remember too much, but maybe he did that, but... You know? Well, right. It seems you really are a phony after all. Ah, you really know how to drive a man nuts. Couldn't see the real Phoenix right when I messed up this badly. You see, Phoenix, I know you're awesome. Witness, please continue your testimony. Describe for the recorded crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. Okay, we got another chance here. Yay. The judge is like, I feel bad for Phoenix, I'll give him another chance with his testimony. Hopefully Gumshoe fucks up.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him. Wait, somebody could have just swapped the apron on her. It's not that... Oh my god. Bro, it's... Whatever. We're not gonna... We'll get into that, okay? Somebody could have easily swapped the apron on her. The victim didn't have any identification on him. We figured out who he was pretty quickly. Pretty quick. And the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found a lottery ticket and a bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince the court. You're a real lawyer, Trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So, let the fun begin.
Damn. Okay, we got this. We have one chance. Now let's go. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Hold it. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe. I didn't know you were a scarepoke. There's an old man who's a regular at a restaurant when your incident happened. Ah, we're obviously talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in. Both guys still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them. And seeds.
Seeds. What kind of seeds? The male seeds? Ha, it is nothing. I caught each one with my teeth.
I guess not even the mighty god can avoid being attacked by that guy. Wait, what do you mean he caught each one? This is like a retrial. How come he was there so soon if... How come you investigated the first time and Winston Payne was the I guess you investigate... I guess he's talking about yesterday. Okay. I guess not even the mighty god can avoid being attacked by that guy.
The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone, apparently. So he was late reporting the crime.
Poor Maggie passed out from shock. It must have been real tough for her. Hold there! How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officers got to the crime scene at around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. I bet she would have liked to have carried out a search too. I would have loved to see Maggie asleep like that. All pretty and peaceful. You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher.
Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation.
Oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? She's in this court right now. Okay, whatever. You're like admitting to having a crush on her, like in front. Okay. Maybe she's not in court. Maybe she's just missing out on her own trial. Dude, there's no way Gumshoe would say that in front. Oh, he didn't have any. Are you saying it was stolen then? Maybe Gumshoe's gonna flirt in front. Okay, whatever. No, I didn't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents? Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal.
The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge?
I think I'm onto something here. Okay. Hold it! Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what he just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what he said, yes?
Yeah, basically. In that case, how are you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, that. He's so let down, he's got a whole sagging his shoulders and puppy's eyes things going. I thought you were he's so let down, even his gang turned against. Okay, I need to stop. Okay, I blame YouTube comments for making me aware of these. There's a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery tickets.
This is Mr. Glenn Elg. Visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations.
We get a victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. That's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? Ask about his health insurance. It's a miracle. So, the victim had no form of identification on him, correct? Yeah. And yet, before arriving in the restaurant, he went to see a doctor? Which means he must have had his medical insurance card with him. Oh, that is very true. The fact that it hasn't been found points to only one obvious conclusion. The victim's medical card was stolen!
Huh. You see, this game technically took place in Japan. So we don't need insurance as often.
Fuck!
True, the victim didn't have a medical insurance card. But why? Maybe Mr. Glenn Elg didn't have medical insurance to begin with. As I thought, a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. A bit of an edge, never hurt anyone.
Let's say we're off course again, Nick.
Witness, please continue your testimony. Explain for the court the events following the preliminary investigation.
Hold on, before that, we're gonna try this again. Okay, we're gonna ask about the medicine. Okay. Wait a sec. The ID. Okay. Ask about the meds. The meds. Ask about the meds. Ask about this prescription bag. So what sort of medicine was in the bag? Well, actually, the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. It was completely empty. By any chance, was the bag poisonous?
Oh. You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Desperate are you, Pride? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective?
When Maggie was searched, we found a lottery ticket and a bottle of poison. But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? Exactly. Hey, yeah! You nailed it, pal! It happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes!
Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat.
Sorry.
So, Pride, someone planted evidence in Maggie's pocket? That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence?
Well, I'd love to if I had any.
It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue your testimony, witness.
And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. You sure? So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for? Yeah! Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for. But wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh yeah! The one the restaurant owner took. He won a whole dollar with it. What a lucky guy, huh? And they're just going to let him get away with it?
There's just $1, detective.
I guess no one cares when it's that little. Except for Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in his testimony, the judge is going to hand in his verdict. Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with. And we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something. Yeah, that's true. But Maggie and Gumshoe are, like, Dumb and Dumber. Our only hope is that they were so dumb, they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe, be the dumbest you've ever been! Okay. The perfect couple, this dumb and dumber person. Okay, we got this, okay. Okay.
2:25 p.m. Okay, let's see. Let's go check out the evidence. Doctor's report. 1:30. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay. That's fine.
Poor Maggie had passed out from a shock, okay. Identification. But his bag, what fucking identification is on his bag?
Oh no, it says his name. Whoopsies! Investigation went smoothly. Lottery ticket and poison. I guess we should retry something. The crime was reported, I'll press this again. You didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen then? No, I don't think so. Okay, driver's license credit score, 50 cents and 58 cents, 58 cents, and that's, okay. That's gonna be 50 cents because, you know, MC bomb or whatever. I'm thoroughly message onto something here. Okay. Thinking it was stolen? Phoenix is onto something here. The question is what? What does Phoenix mean by he's onto something here? That's my question. He didn't have any, or is he was stolen? No, I don't think so. Driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents. Less in his wallet and Gumshoe. Miserable young man, because, you know, he has less money than Gumshoe does. That's obviously going to be miserable. Okay. What's this guy's profession? Maybe I can find his profession. Was a programmer. What kind of guy? He's a programmer, but he doesn't have money? Could I try this? I should save the game first. Now let's try this. Let's try this. He's a programmer but doesn't have money. Investigation went smoothly. Can I press this again? Wait a sec. Huh? Paraphrase. Identification. How were you able to identify that? Prescription bag. Visited his doctor. We got the victim's name for medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. Hey, the doc is never supposed to give out patient information. We know this is fake. Okay, no, but seriously though. We found a lottery pot ticket and a bottle of poison. And that was it. There's nothing else missing from the crime. What about his bag? Where's the identification, huh? Yeah, where's the identification? I mean, there's identification there, but where's the missing medicine, huh? He got prescribed medicine, but it's empty, huh? Nothing else missing? Detective Gumshoe, I think I just guessed. I think I should point out. I mean, it looked like something objectionable. It looked like something you can object, so I objected it with that thing that I just got. So yeah, big brain. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point out something. I think I should point something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony. Aha! Finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testified that nothing else is missing from the crime scene. First time Gumshoe's getting eustress instead of distress. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribuna. Where then did the medicine disappear to? You are too cool, pal! Yeah! I'll write it in a second, because that's how cool I am too. Indeed! Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness! Why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess that's the most careless thing I've ever done so far. Ha! Ha ha! The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been a lethal poison itself! Oh yeah! Order! Order! Phoenix, you are cool! Well, Mr. Goddard, what do you have to say to that?
I'm cool too. I read what Gumshoe said, even though I'm spamming enter. Okay, because that's how cool I am.
Ha, that's all.
What?
Read for the court the name of the clinic, on the prescription bag, if you will.
What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New Year,
Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Goddard? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say.
A war wound?
The day before the incident, Mr. L found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum.
He ruptured his eardrum?
Then what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested.
What?
It's mentioned in the autopsy report, if you read the fine print. He found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is. In very, very fine print. It seems Mr. Elk correctly applied some of his medication while he's at Tribulations. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all.
No. Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over soon. She's right. But I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? Push the medication issue or leave? Push the medication issue or leave it? Hey, you said, okay, wait. The testimony. Radio. Is there any evidence of the radio? Radio. Listening to the radio, that would help, because that's a contradiction, right? X equals victim, see it. Okay. Shit. What do I do? Autopsy report. Photo of the scene. Maggie. Winning. Where by Maggie? Bag was empty. Why was it still empty, though? Push medication issue. Only moments ago, Mr. Goddard made the following statement. It seems Mr. Elk correctly applied some of his medication while he's at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal, but why is it empty? That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. I got it from Edgeworth.
You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide.
Chemistry! It only seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did! The possibility is undeniable.
Arr. Rawr. That's enough! Stop being a cat! Mr. Goddard, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Goddard? Let me stop getting unfried.
I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder. Are you sure you want to call him?
Victor Kudo, the pigeonator? Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me.
Yay! Good job, Nick!
Oh, thank you, Maya. But she's saying good job to Nick, not me. So, the court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, something like that. I need to stop fucking these lines. After which, we'll hear the prosecution's next witness. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Court is adjourned for recess.
Okay. Let's see, what was I gonna say? Okay, yeah. Maya's impressed with Nick. God damn it, she's gonna go with Nick.
You know, I'm fine with that. As long as she's happy, as long as Nick is happy, that's good. Okay. I hope, maybe, hopefully they go together in 7th game. Please, be together. Please. So that way I can see Maya be with someone. It'll make me a lot happier if I know that Maya is, like, happily, you know, living with Phoenix. They're perfect for each other, please. Because I play as Phoenix Wright, so that makes me happy. Anyways! Phew! That was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. That's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Are you gonna ignore him flirting with you? Huh? He said he'd help me. But he totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into her corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right? It's okay, I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. But it really hurt this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. What did Gumshoe even do? I forgot what he did because I was not paying attention. Poor Gumshoe. So next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds. Oh, she's complaining about him summoning the next witness. I mean, he kind of has to move the trial along. He can't just have God be frozen there. Okay. We gotta keep it moving. That's not enough evidence to get you out of jail, Maggie. He's gotta do his job. Okay. He's gotta still support God so that we can have a father's salary. Ivy's gonna be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know. Yeah, he's a big old grouch. Are you gonna be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me. Even those never-ending bird seeds. For you, Maya!
Okay, anyways, I have to go back to work. So, we're gonna, and, I'll be back. Let me just, wait. Also, Goddard has a lot of muscle, I noticed. Kodo now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bride. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna save it here. Not use evidence. Mr. Goddard, your next witness, please. Yeah, we're gonna save this here. Alright, I'll see ya. Okay, we're back. Mr. Goddard, your next witness, please. The prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Alright, we got this guy here. Everyone's favorite witness. Name and occupation, if you don't mind.
The name is Victor Kudo. Wait, what voice did I give him? Oh my god. I think it was this, right? The name is Victor Kudo. Born and bred in the land of the rising sun. I don't need to hear what makes me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times too. We don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation. My occupation? Gah! Listen, young'un. How much call do you think there is for Kimono and Bradio here? Kimono and Bradio? That's what I do, or did, back in Japan. I am Bradio, the family crest on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed. Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe you could embroider my costume sometime. Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen.
Now then, witness, were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident?
Oh yes! I was eating some seeds over a cup of cappuccino.
Seeds?
What do you think these are?
I see. So you saw everything that happened, Gramps?
Did I? Oh yes I did. I saw it all.
Then please, tell the court. We're all ears.
Sure. I'll tell you every last detail.
He's really getting into this.
What I witnessed. The young man was reading the sports paper. Of course, I was still staring at a woman. The serving girl brought him a cappuccino, but she put something in it. I was staring at her, that's why I know. The man took one sip of it. Looked like he was in a terrible pain, and then collapsed. That's the serving girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. A little too well.
Mr. Kudo, she's not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress.
You're as bad as the rest of them. Also woke. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with the old-fashioned ones?
The newfangled?
All this talk of radios and glasses. It's wireless and spectacles, I tell you.
Excuse me?
Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away.
Conservative satire. Okay, I'm joking. Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Or am I joking? Yes, Your Honor.
Nah, I'm joking.
Yeah, I'm joking.
The young man was reading the sports paper. Hold it. How do you know that? How do you see that, huh? So you saw the victim then. You saw Mr. Glenn Elg? I want to know if Guts and Braun retained this championship or not. So he was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And then the location in question? There are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right? So what if there are? You say that you could see the victim. That means you were sitting at a table on the other side of the restaurant, correct? Ha! I guess I had a place to drink cappuccino. I don't go to sit. I don't remember which table I was sitting at. You mean you go there to eye the waitress? Oh wait, shit, he does. Okay, that's not sarcastic comment. Mr. Kudo, that is a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw? Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T and cross every I. I see. There's no mistakes to that. My side's fine. The doctor said only spectacles for reading and driving. I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out a fine waitress, if you know what I'm... okay, Phoenix. And I saw what that serving girl put in the cappuccino as well. I bet I know what's coming up, and something tells me I'm not gonna like it. Harder! Your Honor, we need more clarification on what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask the victim add what he knows about this to his testimony.
I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please?
Sure. There's no question about it. She put some white powder in there. Was it white powder? Potassium cyanide poisoning. Is potassium cyanide white? That is white powder. Or deadly powdery poison. I guess there's no contradiction there. Let's go Prestos, though. Hold it! Did she really put that into the coffee? You doubt me, boy? She took some out of a small brown bottle and sprinkled it in. Well, that's gonna ruin it. Couldn't she have been adding sugar? He even specified the exact bottle, too. God damn it, he did see shit. Sugar in a small brown bottle like that? Like that? Windex, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms? Huh. A bottle like this, perhaps? I mean, Goddard could have prepared a witness before he came in. Couldn't he have? Like, hey, we're gonna say that she saw the powder out of this bottle, okay? That's what you're gonna say. Oh, there it is! That's the one! That's the bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume? I don't think he's gonna lie, like, there's no reason for him to lie, though. To put her in jail, so. So what did the accused put into the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you? If there's gonna be a lie, it's gonna be about something else, not just because he wants to frame the witness, so. He wouldn't listen to God like that. He took just one sip. You youngins, you waste everything! Those Hamachinos cost $8! In the good old days, we would have drank every last drop, eaten a cup, and then die! Congratulations, you have earned the title of battiest man to grace a courtroom. So there's an immediate death? Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that is possible. Oh yes! He slumped over without so much as a twitch. I felt the Havicino I just drank turn sour in my stomach. Oh yes, I know that feeling. And the waitress? I presume she is... That's a serving girl, running in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. You remember what feeling got it? Huh? Would you like to specify this? Took one sip. Okay. Medium. Yeah. He slumped over as much as a twitch. I felt the Havicino I drank turned sour in my stomach. Ah, so he's related to finding out your drink was kind of dirty. Oh shit, he saw me dip my fingers in. That's why God doesn't feel like drinking his coffee anymore. Ah, that's sad. I'm joking. He drinks it. He'll still drink his coffee. He didn't see it. He's still drinking his coffee right now, isn't he? I didn't see him drink for a while, so that is concerning. God, you gotta keep your health healthy. Health healthy. Okay. You gotta keep yourself healthy, bro. You gotta drink all that coffee so you can get those nerves a little too active. You said, I remember her well, in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you could identify her by? Oh boy. She didn't expose particular features? It's a disgrace, that's what it is! Sorry. You can see all the way up to her, you know! She's practically naked in that uniform. No! So the particular feeling you recognize about a waitress is her outfit? But anyone could wear just that... such an outfit. But anyone could wear just such a uniform. Even me. Can we, this is not weird, but can we have Phoenix dress up in the waitress outfit? It'll make a good thumbnail. I'm joking, I won't give spoilers to that, but it'll make a good replayable moment, please. It'll also be very entertaining to me. And, Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image. Don't get all excited, Nick. You gotta keep yourself together. Don't imagine yourself in the uniform. Oh, don't worry, I'm not gonna imagine Nick in the uniform. I'm gonna imagine... What the hell is this? Okay, stop getting distracted by messages. Gotta focus. I guess I got a bit carried away. Ha! There are other things I recognize about her, too. He seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Press harder. Such as... Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the uniform. Take the coffee over to the victim! What matters is whether that waitress Maggie Bright or not. Quite right. After all, my twinsies could have worn that costume. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognize about the defendant, I would ask you to add them to your testimony. Sure. Maybe we can present. There was ribbon in her hair and apron straps were loose. I'm assuming I can just present Maggie, right? Apron straps were loose. There's no strap to the apron. I'm assuming that's it. I'm gonna press it. because there is a ribbon, but her apron, there's no straps to her apron, so I'm just gonna hold it and then I'm gonna present this. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. But what about the most crucial detail of all, her face? Ka! As if I wouldn't remember that! The witness noticed the straps on the accused's apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face. That's right, I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair! It was red! So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? You're feeling there's somehow more to this somehow. Ask about the waitress's back? What? Ask about the straps. Mr. Kudo, you seem especially interested in straps. Why is that? What? The ribbon in hair. The straps on her apron. What's the fascination? Fascination? People have all kinds of fetishes, right? We don't need to embarrass the witness. I guess we're gonna say it straight up. Listen, you young upstarts! I haven't got some six-strap fetish. Is there any relevance to the witness' unusual love of straps, Mr. Wright? I was just curious as to why he was so fixated on the waitress's straps. I said I haven't got a strap fetish! How many times do I have to repeat myself? Very well. Continue with your testimony, Mr. Kudo, and make it strapless. Do you think old CD really saw Maggie do it? Well, he probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there. But he's there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress. I guess. She makes a good point, though. Hey, did I just say something clever? I wonder if the waitress Mr. Kudo saw really was Maggie. That's what you have to figure out, Nick. I think the person has something to do with outfit, too. If he just wants to see the outfit, yeah, you can just order it. I think he wants to see it in a person. He also has preferences on how old they are, you know. Okay. I'm just gonna. I don't want to do that yet. I want to get one more dialogue. One more dialogue. Okay. We have the. Before we do that, we can ask about the straps. Let's go ask about the waitress's back. The identifying feature you described are all things you would see from the back. So what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all? Huh. He's got you there, Gramps. People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. This is harassment! I tell you I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw! Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observed from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure. This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer. If I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet. What I saw, there wasn't anything that caught my interest about her. What I saw her from the front. What? You didn't find anything to be distinct, but you did clearly see the witness's face, yes? No question about it. I didn't come this far to back down now. Ridicule never backs down. That's not the answer I was looking for, but okay. This has turned into a matter of pride for old CD now, I guess. I wonder if he really did see Maggie's face or not. Like I thought, we need some concrete proof of this. Proof that the old guy didn't see the waitress clearly from the front. Think old CD really saw Maggie do it? Okay, probably had his cute outfits, right? Not the waitress. I think it's the outfit with the waitress that really matters. Okay. Maggie's innocent. Okay. Let's actually present this finally. We don't even need to save the game, we got this. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does, I don't see anything contradictory. Huh, really? Objection denied. There's no straps to the apron. That's not my fault! Small pocket with big stains. I don't see any strap. I guess that is a tiny strap if you barely look at it. Okay, I see how this is. Whoops, that didn't go so well. Nothing remarkable. There wasn't anything of interest, but you should just present her. Right? Oh, she has belly button exposed. If he thinks their outfits are so indecent, hold up. What am I doing? What have I become? Okay, let's go save this. I'm gonna use a pre-apron too, to see if it Because the stain should be... This is ketchup, right? It's not blood, right? We ruled that out. It's ketchup. Why? When did the ketchup stains come? So... Yeah. Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this. Ka! The Philly thing would suit Phil like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of just what my grandson looks like just after he's done eating. Have you ever seen this before? Of course I haven't. You didn't forget something as dirty as that? Well, you have it in clot. What? What is it? Ever since I said you have it in clot, there's been an eerie silence in here. Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning. And as you just said yourself, you didn't forget something like this. Which means if you had really seen this apron before... Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You could have possibly seen the waitress from the front! Oh yeah. Oops. Witness! You can't just oops your way out of this! Oh, well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial in our hands. Oh, he likes the competition. Oh, bring it on, got it! Listen, Trite, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there's only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bride? Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The defendant may rest on what you say you remember seeing. Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps. You run on me, Captain! My noggin's in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted. You can't remember? Probably more like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out. Very well. Let's test just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim. About the victim! Yay! He's another one of those pesky young types, wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and a noisy brat kept rustling his pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. Then the serving girl in question brought over the cappuccino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail. Oh yes! I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything. How are we going to handle this, Nick? We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot. Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel? I suppose. But it's what I do best! Kind of. Sometimes. Sort of. He was another one of those pesky young types with a broken pair of spectacles. That's cute. Hold it there. Okay, spectacles. Dark glasses to you. One of the lenses was green, but the other one was broken. Newfangled rubbish. That's why I remember him so well. You see, I don't see him wearing spectacles in this. Oh shit, he was wearing spectacles in this. Okay. Okay. He did have some kind of lens over his left eye, but I wouldn't have called him the pair of glasses. He seems to have been wearing some rather modern-looking shades. Perhaps I should take to wearing some, and rival Mr. God's sharp appearance. Ah! We better come up with something sharp, and quick! Guess I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about the spectacles. Hold it! The newspaper was a sports paper, was it? The young hooligan! I nearly asked him, did you even read without fidgeting? How's I supposed to be able to read the back page with all the wrestling going on? I had to find out if Guts and Braun retained his championship title. Wait a minute, can I look at a map? Sequence victim seed. That's the victim seed, but which side was he sitting on? Because he can't really... If the victim was sitting there, he can't really see the newspaper. The victim would have to be sitting here. Do we know where seat he was sitting at? I need to find out if Guts and Braun retained the championship title. It was his paper, not yours. If you wanted to know so bad, why don't you go buy your own? But don't look at me like... How dare you judge me? Ow! Guts and Braun got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway. Hold it! Wait. Hold it! I pressed Q too early. The wireless? Didn't send a young rascal! In my days, it was one or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless. Oh boy. Using an earpiece? It's selfish, that's what it is. I was dreaming about it in years, but I couldn't catch any of it. Was he that desperate to listen to the radio? What are you looking at me like that for? How dare you feel sorry for me? Oh. Amazing voice acting I have there. Hold it! You mean the waitress who you only saw from behind, right? You're one of those, are you? You never let anything go, isn't that right? Including my sip. Maybe. What does it matter if I saw it from the front or from behind? My eyes don't lie. Oh. My eyes. I better not push it until I got some hard evidence. I need to shut up. And the little fidget picked up the cup with the, How come he didn't spill the coffee? He's fidgeting, huh? His free hand? Yes! Which hand was that? Weren't you listening to before? Cloth ears? I said he was wrestling the newspaper with his right hand, didn't I? His free hand was in his right hand, which... Ow. Oh. Perhaps the great Mr. Tribe had 3 hands. Yeesh, I was only asking. No need to gang up on me and treat me like a freak. The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish just one thing. That this old guy's memories has more holes than a slice of Swiss cheese. I guess we just need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh? Anything will do. Even the smallest detail. We just need one mistake in these hours. Okay, let's think. Broken pair of spectacles, that doesn't make sense, but I'll leave that for now. Newspaper in his right hand. Free hand. Okay, can I press that again? This paper is sports paper, right? Read back paper. Free newspaper is free, okay. And did you say he was holding newspaper with right hand here? Free hand? Yes, which hand was that? Weren't you listening, Clothfairs? I said he was rustling the newspaper with his right hand. Oh, okay, so now that's consistent. I thought he contradicted himself with which hand held the newspaper. Okay. I guess we should just present the guy here. Let's try this. What you call that, a broken pair of spectacles, bro? Like, what is this? Picked up and took a sip. Let me see the coffee. How is it not spilled? I mean, you know, we should just stick with the simplest thing. Let's just go present the victim to the broken pair of spectacles. I said present the victim to the regarding the broken pair of spectacles. I said, oh shit. Oh wait, I keep pressing. I didn't hit present. For files. Okay, now present. Dion Darday, not at all. Okay, let's see this. Pesky young types. Broken pair of spectacles. Right hand. Listening to the wireless. Do we have a wireless... Where do we have the wireless radio? Doodles and victim's handwriting. Let me think. Is the doodle why wasn't there the writing, huh? Why isn't there the newspaper's writing in it, huh? Aha. I found a contradiction. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Okay, let me think. I gotta bring the energy back to the video, okay? Stop being so monotone. Okay. Pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. Okay, that's not it. There's no evidence of anything that contradicts that. And spectacles, we retried that. That did not work. The newspaper in his right hand. Rustling its pages. Do we know if he's left-handed or right-handed? Left eardrum ruptured the day before the incident. Oh shit! He's listening to the wireless, but that's just his hearing aid. I guess that was a wireless earbud. I guess that's... Picked up and took a sip. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. Is there... I feel like there's... I don't know what I'm missing here. What am I missing? If he is drinking coffee... Okay. The way he'd be drinking coffee would be from his right hand, right? Because look at where the sip mark is. The sip mark, naturally, if he's holding the handle, it'll be with his right hand, based on where the sip mark is, so... Look at that! I am such a genius, I guess. Because he would have to be holding the coffee in his right hand, right? Sip... Okay, Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory? I know! There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you, nothing! If I got anything wrong, I'll eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song!
Care to tell us where this is going? Try it.
According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding a paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left. Ha! What is this? Kindergarten? But I would like the court to please take a look at this.
That's the cup the victim used, correct?
Yes, and on the rim, you'll notice a mark left by the victim's lip.
Yes, there's stain left by the coffee.
If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. But how? Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Show it to us! If I can't wear a waitress outfit. We need some sort of entertainment court.
Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I need a witness. I'd better go back to the park where that kid—
Wait! You think I'm going to stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad? You're wrong. I don't care about a dirty coffee cup. I know what I saw.
You still insist on your testimony?
The young brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good, law-abiding citizen, I am. It's that dead young hot-body you spiky-haired yahoo who are at fault.
Who, me? Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already.
Don't call me old man, old man! Been around for 68 years I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say!
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but... Sure, why not hear a little more? Mr. Goddard! But this is my 16th cup of coffee, so this is your final stand.
Thank you, Captain! You rely on Victor!
I guess you can rely on you.
Okay, this is Allegro. I gotta finish this. Come on. It's the Allegro testimony. Gotta do this. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens on his specs. He kept fidgeting, he kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. And that's about it. Okay.
We know the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor, often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called an HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work.
HDTV and DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad, but they don't matter. I know what I saw, and I'm telling the truth.
It's true. He doesn't seem to be lying.
And those are the facts, in good old black and white.
Left hand or right hand? Is there anything that suggests some? It's like 3 parts, right? 4 parts. The earpiece on the same side as the green lens on his spectacles. Left eardrum was ruptured, so the earpiece would be there naturally. Unless he was actually listening to radio, then in that case it would be on the opposite side. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna hold that off for now. This might be the contradiction, but I'm gonna hold that off for now. Because we gotta get the other presses, you know? So the victim was wearing an HMD.
HD, TV, CD, what does it matter?
It was none of them actually, but anyway.
And you're sure that he was wearing the earpiece on the same side? No question! I could only see that side of his head where I was sitting. Yeah, that's pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. From the opposite table, he'd only have a view of the side of the victim's head. Oh, so that makes more sense. He kept playing with it all the time. It seems he kept an eye on Mr. Glenn Elg. He's getting on my nerves! Rustling that newspaper and fiddling with his earpiece all the time. And he went and made all that fuss down from one sip of cappuccino. I want to say to him, calm down, you young brat! Just look at him. Just looking at him made me suddenly speed my seed eating. I could have choked! So they get the victim was a walking ball of nervous energy. Hold it! The earpiece you mentioned. Which hand did the victim touch it with? You're one of those people, aren't you? You're the type that uses your left hand to get things out of your right pocket, or fastens your left cup with your right hand. And when the tour guide says, on your right side, you'll see the famous blah blah blah, you're the person who deliberately looks on the left. Well, aren't you? No, I didn't mean. Obviously, he used his hand on the same side of his body that the earpiece was in. Ow, ow, ow. So if he had the HMD on his left side, then it was his left hand, I guess? Pick up the coffee, okay. You seem very sure of yourself, Mr. Kudo. That's because I know what I saw! No matter what tricks you try to play on me! It looks like he really did see the guy picking the cup with his left hand. This is a dead end. Well, Nick, what do you think? I think the guy's telling the truth. But even so, something's not quite right. And check evidence at him until he breaks. But if he's not lying, there wouldn't be any contradiction in his testimony, right? Anyways, I'm gonna go. We're not even gonna. Actually, I'm gonna save this because I cannot take the risk, you know. We're gonna. No, I don't want to save it. I don't want to go to the title screen. We're gonna go present the earpiece here. Because his left ear is ruptured. I don't think if he was listening to the radio like this old man is saying, that's not a hearing aid. That's an actual radio, which wouldn't make sense. I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but. Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You said he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD. No question! You can lock me up if I'm wrong. There's a left ear, without a doubt. I can only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. Okay, my voice acting's been selling because the reason why... I need food. I also gotta leave eventually, so I'm gonna go eat food. And yeah, I'll see if I could be back today. It shouldn't affect you guys, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I got some boiled egg, I got some grapes. We got this, okay? Yeah, I'm back after like 10 minutes. But let's see. Okay, I don't have to leave for a few more minutes. I can do this. We can finish this, maybe. I can only see that side of his head from where I was below sitting. I don't think so. What did he say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo. But the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right! It's impossible the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear. Because he couldn't even hear in that ear! Is that true, Captain?
It is.
Penis! I'm pigeon! Pretty pigeon! I don't think you're really... Well, what was that? I don't think that's really helping. Order! 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 This witness testimony is completely unreliable! He only saw the waitress from behind. And he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Got It?
Or a single drop of milk. It's all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk.
That's an interesting... Captain! Are you calling me a drip? No, he's saying you have drip. There's a difference. No, he's calling you a drip. This is the victim's whatever that means. Calling someone a drip. I know you can call people... You can say that people have drip. Not sure about calling someone drip. Okay. That means you're wearing the old man? Not really sure about that. If that's what you're into, okay. This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. Anyways, God just called an old man his drop of milk. I'll leave that up to interpretation for you guys. The mark on the rim clearly shows the victim picked it up with his right hand. I'll never back down, I know I'm right. The lad drank his cappuccino with his left hand.
Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly, the victim used both hands. He took a sip with a cup held in his right hand, and a switch to his left. That's what the old man saw.
No, impossible. The witness had already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee.
Fuck. Which hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand. With one hand or the other, Mr. Elg drank the poisoned coffee. Like this! I just want an excuse to drink this.
Well, you have no coffee left to try out. Sadly, Mr. Goddard, that doesn't wash. What? The point of this testimony was to establish whether the victim's memory is credible. I mean, I guess he never washes his I guess Goddard never washes his cup of coffee. He's always having more coffee. Maybe he washes it with coffee to add more coffee. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless.
Puh.
I thought you should have expected that.
I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I am satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court, but to be frank, his testimony is a farce.
Did he have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old foggy!
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, you can't reach me from there. Unless you get up from the stand. Don't get up from the stand and do that. I have ordered the defense and prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. This court is adjourned.
Objection! That's what I thought. Hold it. Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me?
Leave you, Mr. Kudo?
They say that blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now. How's your bad memory yet my fault?
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do.
I keep my mouth shut until now. But there's something else the court should know. Ooh, we're having a Wendy old bag moment. Ooh. This is a homage to Turnabout Samurai.
What?
There's more? To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark. Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun. Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook. Shogun, isn't that a character from Genshin Impact? I'm sorry, I should not have done that. I'm sorry for doing that. Okay, I'm sorry. We might play Genshin Impact eventually, if I get sponsored by that.
Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee.
Because right now I make a grand total of $0, so I'll take the sponsorship. Of course, they won't sponsor me because I get 0 views from this either, so. What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the cappuccino you want if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man. Okay, I gotta go now. Okay, have fun. We'll continue this next time. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo's still a man!
No. That's enough, witness! I don't like it when you spread lies about this sort of shit. Okay, you're not a man. I believe it'll be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony. I forgot what testimony he's gonna give.
You bet! Much quicker! I can't believe this is happening. Ha ha ha! You better get ready, youngster!
I get a picture. Just quit throwing the seeds at me, will you?
He's gotta be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds.
I guess he has a lot of it in his retirement, I guess. I mean, seeds don't grow out of trees, right?
Oh shit, they do. First of all, I want to stress that this might not be... this might be nothing. I'm not sure myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his cappuccino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and a strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down,
Is that all?
Yes, that's all. Remember it perfectly. Eh? You doubting me again? You doubting a poor, defenseless old man who should not be having this voice and should be having a grappier voice like this? That's a little more... That's not really elderly.
No, we're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo.
Did you get a feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick?
Yeah. So what? Probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy.
You're bird brain, that's why that's all you think of.
He can even read my mind. He's a big brain, I guess. He has good hearing, I guess, if I'm talking behind his back and can hear that clear. Very well, Mr. White, your final cross-examination, please. The other witnesses don't comment on when I talk behind his back. Like Maya and I talking about Wendy Oldbag being such a windy old bag. Wendy Oldbag never commented on that, but this guy, oh, he can hear everything.
So yeah, I guess we shouldn't be faulting him. He can hear properly, so... HOLD IT! The court generally prefers if witnesses are sure of themselves, Mr. Kudo. Noisy brat! I'm warning you! I'm more savage than a macho man right now! You won't beat this testimony, that's the final battle! Ow! Ow! He's checking those seeds harder than ever! I better be careful. And Phoenix, bro, you were holding that pose for long enough that I came in at a thumbnail. What are you doing, Phoenix? Come on, Nick, nail him! Don't look like some puppet, bro. What is Phoenix doing? The court has already heard that testimony, Mr. Kudo. I know that! I'm just setting the mood! How else am I supposed to build up the suspense, You don't. The suspense? Yes! Now what do you think? Should I work the audience a bit more? No, please continue, Mr. Kudo. As quickly as possible. Alright, now where was I? Ah, yes. The young boy slumped over at a table, and... well, the clumsy idiot upset a vase. He knocked it right over. Hold it. A vase, you say? Yes! There are vases on all the tables out of place. There are accidents waiting to happen. They're practically begging to be knocked over. Well, he's right about there being vases. I do remember seeing them too. There was a vase on the table when I ate lunch there. And you saw the moment when the victim actually knocked over the vase? Well, it's hard to say. It's a bit unclear. How do you really define... Okay, I get it. I had a break, and the sight of it burned into my memory as clear as day. Broke! The strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked! Hold it. Soaked in water, you mean? Yes! It splashed me on the knee as well. You said you were sitting at a table across the room from the victim, correct? And yet, the water still managed to splash onto you? It was cold! I clearly remember it splashing me! Could the water really make it all the way across to the other side of the room? Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, You mean the vase on the victim's table falling upside down and breaking? The vase turned upside down, and my testimony's turning this case upside down! It's a joke, I just wanted everyone to hear it. What do you think, Captain?
I'm impressed by your ability to waste time.
Even God's on my side. God hasn't raised any objections for a while now. So you young shut up, but ask for information, I'm throwing down Gauntlet! If I lose this one, I'll think like a man in mid-defeat. He's really giving you the evil eye, Maya. It's you he's looking at, Nick, not me. It's like he's saying, I triple dog dare you to find the contradiction, young'un. Guess I'll just have to raise the challenge then. Alright, let's do this. I won't stress that this might not be nothing, I'm not sure. The young boy, as soon as he took one step to have it chain. Oh well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase, he knocked it right over. It broke and the strip of cloth from the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turning things upside down, Okay, let me check this out. Okay, let's see if we have anything regarding the table. Let's see. No, because the paper's not wet. If the paper's not wet, I think that's it, because you look at the paper, it's not wet. I mean, it's a little blurry. Maybe it's wet, I don't think it is, otherwise we would have commented on the paper being wet. I don't think it's wet. Then that means this cannot be soaked. Let me check. If that's the right one, okay, yeah, this is the one he's talking about wetness. Oopsies, nope, okay. No, I think it's it. I think it's this. It's gotta be the wetness, okay? I remember Mia telling me to rise from the ashes. Why or not, Phoenix? That got in my head, you know. Hold! What? Why doesn't Phoenix talk about the paper being wet? It's a little blurry, yeah, but that's like... The paper should be falling apart. If it was wet, then... It was what? Why is it not wet? Blueprints of the... That's not helpful! What is the contradiction? Oh shit, it was wet. Oh, there's no glass. It was as simple as that. Oh shit, he did even mention, even in the flashback you can see the table is wet. What am I even saying here? I will not say this dialogue. Normally I say this dialogue. No. I'm good. I'm good here. It broke. I don't see a broken vase. Let me just check the photo one more time. It looks like there's only one vase per thing, so like... Yay! Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene. So what? Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact. Ah! Lost your tongue, Granddad? I know Granddad of yours, hopscotch! Ow! Ow! I'm sorry if I'm blasting into your headphones. Maybe I should use some, like... Maybe I should use OBS Studios for this, too. Not a bad idea, if that could, like, balance out the audio of my talking and make sure it doesn't scream in your ears. My audio levels are pretty even, hopefully that will... Whatever the judge said, I'm gonna... Okay, I did not pay attention to what the judge said, but something... Ah! What is it now? I just remembered something! Yes, go on. The broken vase? It was on my table! What? Well, you see... It startled me when that young lad collapsed! So I stood up! That must have been when it fell over! The vase on my table, I mean! The vase on your table? Yes, it was on my table! And that's how my groin came to come in... So... I like how Goddard has no reaction to this. I'm just like frozen. Maybe he's like smiling because he's frozen. Oh, thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been of any use at all? Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo. Ah! Wait a minute! If that's the case, there's more! I've got more to say! Oh yes! I remember something else. Bailey, escort the witness out of the courtroom. Wait, listen to me! Well, you seem to have been considerably sidetracked, and I'm still not in a position to deliver a verdict. I mean, normally in every trial you learn something. I'm not sure what we learned in this trial, other than there could have been another maid who gave the sugar. Okay, we know that there's this maid who used the brown bottle. That's all we know. Even then, that could be his bad memory. I don't think this is bad memory. He cannot be hallucinating this exact bottle. We just know that there's a maid who uses bottle potassium cyanide. So they have a maid outfit. That's all we know. They have. That's. Oh my gosh, bro. Well, that was an interesting trial. We learned a lot of stuff. And I'm still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far. The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank with his left hand, and a earpiece which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear. Wow, Nick, you did it! I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts. I guess we did learn those other facts too. But I'm just like flabbergasted now. I'm just frozen. Yes, Your Honor. There's one more thing before I call today's session to an end. One more thing, Your Honor? The witness we just heard from. He's most insistent that his testimony should be of use. So he summarized it accordingly into his statement. Okay. You may each have a copy of it, if you wish. Whatever. Prosecution doesn't need props like that. Aha! Now God, it'll be at a disadvantage when I use this in my next trial to show a contradiction in their next testimony. Haha! Guy's really mad, huh? Yeah, I would be too. Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies. My own, yours, and Mr. Goddard's. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, when an incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. I guess the vase breaking incident will be handy later when we find a contradiction in another witness's testimony. I'm sorry, this isn't a piece of testimony. More like a 5-year-old's apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies? We just said there's 3 copies for every... You want Goddard to have you want only one person to have all the evidence? Because if they burn... Oh, okay.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Maybe it'll also come in handy in an investigation. Who knows? If there's 3 copies. Okay. Are they 3 copies? It's nice. I think the judge has corrected that. But okay. I mean, it's more helpful than, like, yes, it's helpful. I mean, the testimony's still on record, but it's easy for... Okay, whatever. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!